Today I want to talk about emergency fire building. Normally I like to get all bushcrafty. When I start a fire, I'll get my striker out and my ferro rod and some cotton with Vaseline or some birch bark and get little twigs, little dry twigs. I like to do that just because it's good practice and it's fun. I enjoy the process. But sometimes it's important to get warm quickly. And that's what this little segment's going to be about. So let's use our imagination here. We're doing a little shoulder season paddling. It's a Saturday after Thanksgiving, late November. And it's windy. And a foolish mistake winds me up in the water. And I got to get warm. I got to get warm fast because hypothermia sets in. Now, I was foolish enough in this scenario not to be wearing a dry suit, but I come out on the lakeshore and I've got to get warm. Fortunately, I wasn't entirely unprepared. I always bring with me in my canoe, pretty much summer and winter, a few emergency things. In this case, the green bag has a change of clothing in it. Not heavy clothing, but a change of clothing. And I might stuff my down sweater in there as well. For this picture, I have it on. The red bag is my first aid kit. It has some toilet paper and some wipes for those times when I need to hit the shore and make a cat hole. The bottle here, the water bottle, has what some people call ranger bands around them. They're just strips of inner tube from fat tire bicycle inner tube, and those are useful in getting a fire started. And in the bottle I've got some miso soup. I've got some cotton balls for bushcrafty fire starting, and I've got a vessel, a drinking vessel that's full, a silicone drinking vessel. A few other emergency items. Actually, there's enough stuff in there, peanut butter, stuff like that for emergency rations that I could spend the night if I needed to. But we'll talk about that another time. In the red bag, besides my toiletry items, I brought something I discovered recently, and I'd like to share this with you. For our emergency scenario here, I'm all wet. I've just come out of the water. And there's a bunch of wood here. I need to build a fire. But I really don't have time to lay my fire carefully because I'm freezing. And it may not start the first time. So I'm going to have to make this work the first time with what I've got. Some of this stuff is wet, some of it's dry. It's all the fuel I have right now. I'm going to come down here and lay a bunch of it in this spot right here. Well, as you can see, it's pretty windy here. And even if I had a match or a lighter, no need to be bushcrafty, it wouldn't go. I'd get blown out and be frustrated being cold. I have something here in my bag though that I recently discovered. This is a pull start fire starter. And I've never tried it before, but we're going to see if it works right now. Open this up. There's a string here. Pull firmly, remove this tab before pulling the red string. So, pull firmly and remove the tab. I've got the string here. And I get the red string on the other side. I I think this one is to anchor it to something. So you can anchor that to a log. And the red string you pull to start the fire. So I'm going to try this out here. I'm going to anchor this to this stick here. Gotta put all this here. I'm going to put this here. Let's see if it works. Ready? Oh, I hope this gets going because I'm getting pretty cold here. While it's going, I'm going to collect some more wood. And through the miracle of time, been going now for about 3 minutes. We're going to have us a fire that will possibly save our life. Now, there's no replacing good planning. And a dry suit for this kind of weather would really be a smart thing. Sometimes we find ourselves in a situation where we don't have a dry suit, or we're caught off guard. And this little fire starter, I'm thinking, is a good thing to carry in that first aid kit. Now, I'd just like to point out that all of this wood was sourced directly off the lakeshore. Most of it was somewhat damp. And you saw how I started the fire without a lot of fiddling around, without the careful collection of dry tinder, which is certainly something I normally do when I'm building a fire. I was able to do it because of this fire starter. The pull start fire. No matches, no kindling. I got this online through Amazon. I'm sure you won't have any trouble finding it. And I think it was about 20 bucks for 4 of them. So, well worth it. This is the first time I've ever used it. But I guarantee you, I'll be carrying this in my first aid kit in my canoe from now on. Hopefully never use it, because I'll go back to my bushcrafty stuff. Hope you enjoyed this. God bless. Bye-bye.